So this is a quadratic equation set equal to 0. So it seems like we can just start factoring it. But before we start factoring, do you recognize that there is a common number in each of these terms? There's a common factor of 2 inside each of these terms. So the best thing we could do right here is to take out 2. And that's going to make our factoring a little bit more easy. So let's divide every term by 2, which means put the 2 out front. And inside the parentheses now, we will have 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. 20x divided by 2 is 10x. And 42 divided by 2 is 21. Okay, so now we are going to factor the big parentheses into two parentheses. The constant is positive. Therefore, we know that the signs are going to be the same inside the parentheses, and the middle term decides. Middle term is positive. So our first term is going to be x and x, because x times x gives us x squared. Again, the signs are going to be the same, but they're going to be positive since the middle term is positive. Now, we are looking for two numbers that multiply to 21 but add up to 10. These numbers are 7 and 3, or 3 and 7. We set each factor equal to 0, but obviously 2 cannot equal 0. Therefore, x plus 3 can equal to 0, or x plus 7 can equal to 0. X is going to equal to negative 3. By subtracting 7 from both sides, we're going to get x is equal to negative 7. So the two answers to our quadratic equation is negative 3 and negative 7. Now here is a case where, again, the equation is set equal to 0, so we can factor it. But before we factor, we should always look for a common factor. And as you can see in this example, there's x squared and x. We can take out an x. And when we take out an x, our steps are going to be x on the outside, x squared divided by x is x, and then plus 16x divided by x is going to be 16, is equal to 0. So the product of two things, x and x plus 6, is equal to 0. This means x could equal to 0, and or x plus 16 is equal to 0. In this case, x is equal to 0, and x is going to equal negative 16. These are two choices, and these are the two x-intercepts for the equation x squared plus 16x is equal to 0.